It's Perp back with another video, and I just got done checking out Into the Dark season 2. Was this episode 4 now? 4 or 5? Anyways, this is the new St. Patty's Day episode called Crawlers. And for those that don't know what Into the Dark is, it's essentially an anthology series based off the different holidays in the month, and they just put out like pretty much a movie every month just based off the holidays. Anyways, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and follow me on Twitter at perminer420. So for those that don't know and this is your first time checking me out, I just usually just talk about the first 30 minutes and then let you go check it out for yourself. So this starts off, we get a narration from this character named Shauna, and she's kind of like one of these conspiracy, quote unquote, type of people, believes in aliens, believes in just all these government conspiracies and whatnot. And she narrates throughout the whole episode. And by the way, I think she did a phenomenal job. She's definitely, the highlight of this whole episode. So we get introduced to this cop. He hits somebody because he's distracted, and he gets bit. We don't know what that does, but we know they're not, these things that are biting people are not zombies, and Shauna makes that very clear. Then we get introduced to all our characters that we're pretty much essentially going to be following throughout this whole episode. Misty, Chloe, Eugen, Aaron, and Shauna. Shauna's being the main character, the one that's narrating. She's very different from all these different characters. Misty, we start off with Misty though as one of the first characters. She's best friends with Chloe. Well, is trying to become best friends with Chloe, I guess, and try to reunite. But Eugen is kind of in between that. That's Chloe's like new best friend. Aaron, he's a part of this group of people that Misty doesn't like. They're very suspect. They like to lure women in, supposedly, and whatnot, and just do a bunch of foul shit. But anyways, I have to say, out of all these episodes so far, out of season 2, I just like a nasty piece of work. But this one was definitely solid. I do have some issues. One being Misty. Misty is a very annoying character throughout this, but it doesn't change how I feel about this whole entire episode as a whole. I think it was still solid. It was definitely better than last month's My Valentine. So essentially, she is kind of trying to get Chloe back on her side and try to figure out why she's being so distant, and come to find out that Chloe had something happen to her with one of the frat dudes, and nobody really believes her, and she just overall is kind of annoying throughout this. Like, she's just obsessed with Chloe, but Chloe doesn't give a fuck about her. So that was kind of like a negative for me. So going back to the story, Misty sees her friend Chloe get pretty much close to one of the frat dudes, Aaron, because previously, she kind of just turned him down and whatnot, so it was kind of off. But that's when things start to get weird. She finds her phone smashed outside, so they need to go find out what happened to Chloe, and that's how this turns into a whole rescue mission. So they end up going to the frat house, and they get ran into by Michael. Michael is a character that did something to Misty, so she already hates him. And then he's kind of giving them a hard time, not letting them through. They end up getting through, and they go upstairs, and they see Aaron tied up, and he's got a bite mark on his leg, which, this is where things start to really kick off. Now we're getting into the actual story, and it just becomes a story about a group of people looking for Chloe, which I would have just said fuck Chloe because she doesn't care about you. And just, that was the biggest annoyance of Misty's character. She does one smart thing in this, and that's pretty much she's comes up with a method of finding out who is an alien and who is not. But that's as far as I'll go with the whole entire story. I think it was really solid. I liked Shauna for the most part. The action was cool. It was funny. It was a fun time. It's pretty straightforward. But let me know what you think in the comments below. But until my next video, I'm out.
When are we gonna understand that we are put on earth to love? That's all it's about. Everybody want to figure out how complicated life is and break it down. This is what I truly think. I really think that it's going to keep going on. War going to keep going on. Frustration going to keep going on. Anger going to keep going on till we finally go back down to the simplest word.